Life in Thailand Q&A. You've got questions, I've got answers. Let's do this. Before I start, stick around till the end of the video for a very special announcement regarding this channel. First question I've got on a few of my Thailand videos, a question that everyone's curious about is, how much is the cost of living out here? Now, about 15 years ago, I went out on a night out in Blackpool, England. There was a local lad with us. We said, mate, how much are the strippers around here? He said, how long's a piece of string? All sorts of budgets. He was correct. We saw a variety of strippers that night. Point being, most of your condos here in Bangkok are going to vary dramatically, but I'm going to give you my opinion. Don't get offended if you disagree. I think that if you are looking for good location, good facilities, a decent room, probably not a massive room, but a decent room, somewhere that is well maintained, you are probably going to be looking at, I think, the 12 to 20,000 baht price bracket. Now that's quite a big jump, almost double. You get lucky, you can find something on the lower end of that scale, or if you can stretch up to 20,000 baht, you're definitely going to find something that ticks all those boxes. I watch a lot of these Thailand content creators, really enjoy their content, but they look at a lot of higher level stuff. Chris Parker described a 40,000 baht condo as his budget option in one of his videos. Maybe to a lot of people that is a budget option, but I also think there's a big whack of people who come out here on a little bit more of a mindful budget. You're probably looking in that 10 to 20,000 baht range, and I want to reassure you that there are plenty of options. The condo that I'm living in right now, we got it for a steal, 14,000 baht, and for that you've got a reasonable one bedroom. Nothing big, it's nothing special, but it ticks all those boxes. But you have to be mindful of the fact that you're not just paying for the room itself. We could get that room probably for half the price elsewhere. We've got a great location right next to the station. We've got a beautiful swimming pool, actually two swimming pools, although they're kind of interconnected. Really well-equipped gym. I don't use it too much myself because I need those big boy weights. For my wife, it's perfect, therefore it saves us her gym membership cost. It's got a library room, it's got a playroom for my baby. This is all part of what we are paying for. But even though the room itself is fine, it's nothing special, I view it more as we're paying that money and we're getting all those facilities included in the price. We've got it all on our doorstep, and that is what we're getting for that money. Question number 2, geezers. Somebody asked me about visas. I don't know anything about visas. I'm on a marriage visa. I am married and I do everything the legit way. If you do things the legit way, it can be time consuming. They can throw all sorts of surprises at you last minute, but it is the most cost efficient way. There are visa agents everywhere in Thailand with a variety of options available, especially if you're just looking to come out for 1 or 2 years and you're willing to pay your way through the hassle. I've heard people get a 1-year visa for 25,000 baht. I've heard people say they've paid 70,000 baht. Some people I know are on an education visa. Some people I know are on a sports visa, whatever that is. Some people I know are on business visas. So I would say look into it, and I would also recommend shopping around. First agent you speak to, don't just take their word as gospel, because you might ring up the next person and you might get something for half the price, and at the end of the day, all the visa really is your ticket to live here legally. You're going to go about it whichever way is most efficient for yourself. Number 3, people have asked me about the gyms. I go to Muscle Factory. It's the best gym I've ever personally been to, but I want to dispel a couple of myths that you are about to come out here and there's going to be luxury gyms everywhere for £3 a month. Doesn't work like that, guys. I would actually say on average, gyms in Thailand are more expensive than gyms back home, perhaps because there are so many condo gyms available, there are so many park outdoor gyms available. Maybe the gyms that actually invest in themselves as a business, it's more of a luxury, as opposed to back in the West nowadays, where I know they're all in competition with each other. $10 a month, $20 a month options available to you. Everywhere I've been in Asia, that's not really existed. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some cheap gyms out here and you can do day passes for a very reasonable price. So don't think it's going to be a stressful experience like it is in, say, Japan. But if you're looking for a decent gym, you're probably looking to spend between 1,500, 2,000 baht. I think I spend just shy of 2,000 baht, but I would say it's worth every penny because it's got everything I could ever need under one roof. One very hot roof with big fans on the ceiling. Question number 5 is about the food that's available in Thailand, and the answer is yes, everything. Everything is here, everything is very cheap, Everything is very delicious. I'm not the biggest fan of Thai food myself. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I'm not one of those advocates. Oh, I've got to go out and eat Thai food every single day. I like cooking at home. I like cooking for fitness. I like cooking to stay in shape, and sometimes that food doesn't quite align with those goals. One thing I will say, guys, is they do have Grab here and it's very hot outside. So if you're the sort of person who doesn't want to go venturing out in the heat, you can get everything delivered to your doorstep, but just be mindful that's going to come at a little bit of a premium. Don't get me wrong, nothing like crazy expensive, but if you go to a local market, you're going to get stuff for half the price. If you're getting it off an application where they're going to deliver it to you for free, you're probably going to pay twice as much, which might be worth considering as part of your monthly budget. And last question today, guys, because it's bloody boiling. I feel like I'm about to pass out. Somebody asked me, what is the future for me here in Thailand, here in Bangkok? Because a lot of people come and go, you know, not many people stay here from their 30s all the way up to death. Some people arrive later on, some people arrive earlier, a lot of people bounce in and out. But for me, I've got an idea in my head right now. Right now, we are living in a convenient location because we want life to be convenient. However, soon I plan on buying a car, and that will obviously open up a lot of opportunities in terms of different condos in different locations where I'm no longer required to be considering public transport, things like that. That's a big thing out here. You're going to pay more money to be close to public transport, but there's plenty of places away from the public transport which are going to be more reasonably priced as long as you've got that car to get around. You don't want to be walking around in this heat. So I would imagine for me, I'll be here in the hustle and bustle for another year or so. Then I'll probably move to another slightly quieter, slightly more off the beaten track area of Bangkok for, let's say, 2-3 years. I want to get my daughter stable, get her settled in school, etc. And then really, once we know what things are like in like 3, 4, 5 years, when we've really figured out all the areas available to us, I will probably look at moving just outside of Bangkok, probably the suburbs, as you might say, you Americans might say. Get myself out to the suburbs, decent little house, nothing big, nothing elaborate, but get a little bit of extra space. Condo living is nice, especially if you're single or if you're part of a couple, but I've got a family. My daughter's so small and beautiful right now, but she's gonna get big and beautiful soon, and she's gonna want her own space. So maybe in 3-4 years, I see myself living maybe 20-30 minutes outside the center of the city. I still want access to the city. I still want access to the airport, especially so I can keep on traveling with ease, because you don't want to be isolating yourself. Some people here in Thailand, you see them online, they live in the middle of nowhere. If that's what works for them, respect to them. But for me, I want to be close to the amenities, everything on my doorstep. But I do desire that extra space, just as I'm sure anybody does when they've got a young family. Who knows, maybe there'll be another little halfling pop out sometime soon. We'll just have to wait and see. If I've got the space, I'd like to build my own gym. Anyone who follows the channel for the fitness content knows that that is my #1 priority, my #1 passion, and I would love to have the space to have a garage available, something like that, so I can start to build my own gym over time, my own little paradise where I can do everything I need to do on my doorstep. That's the dream. Yes, I want my daughter to have space. Yes, I want my wife to have her own little dressing room. But to be honest, it's all about that gym, guys, all about that gym. That's it for this video, geezers. Don't forget to give it a like. Drop any more comments you might have down below. I might do a follow-up video. And as for that announcement that I promised at the beginning of the video, the announcement is as follows. Only one of these questions was real. I just made the rest of them up. It wasn't really people asking me. I just thought it'd be a nice way to frame the video. Don't hold it against me, guys. Until the next one, have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.